What made you want to become an athletic trainer?
Well, all throughout high school, I played a lot of sports, and we had really good relationships with our athletic trainers. Anytime we needed anything, they were always there. They always took care of us, and it was a good feeling knowing that someone was there, and it's really hard for me not to take care of people. So, figured I'd be good at it.
Okay, what's the craziest thing you've ever had to deal with at one of your clinicals?
Well, this is only my second semester, and last semester I dealt a lot with the concussions. We just had a lot, and it was kind of something simple that I could just overlook without messing up. So I think the scariest part, one of the side effects of a concussion is irritability and kind of like overwhelming emotions, and a lot of them will get really angry, and with concussions you kind of have to err on the side of caution. So if we had any type of feeling that an athlete had a concussion, we had to pull them out. We couldn't have them back in, and that also presented a problem with the parents of the athletes, especially if it's someone that was really good or someone that we needed. A lot of the parents would get angry, and they would think their child was fine and didn't really, most people don't understand concussions. We had really good relationships with the coaches, but there were a few times where the coaches would ask the head athletic trainer just like begging to make sure that he could come back in, but obviously there are certain things that can happen where called like second impact syndrome, for instance. If they get hit too early and while still having concussion symptoms or anything like that, there's probable chance that they can die. So that was kind of scary.
How many times has this happened? We've had to deal with concussions.
Last semester, I'm pretty sure we had close to 20, and that was just in the football season. So they happen often, but a lot of the time, it's definitely frequent for, there were a couple of times where we would give kids the no-go to play just because they had concussion symptoms, and we can't have that liability for them to go out and play and something bad to happen.
How many times or how many days a week do you have to be at clinical to everything?
It depends. Like this week I only had to be there 3 days just because one day our game fell through, or the head athletic trainer isn't going to be there and we have to be supervised at all times. So it usually we're supposed to be there Monday through Friday right after class, but it just depends on when we're actually needed.
Sounds like a really busy schedule. Is it hard to manage being an athletic trainer major and working and wanting to have a social life as well?
Yes. When I was trying to get into the athletic training program, we have to go through an interview process, and the professor that went through my interview process with me warned me, and along with all the other athletic training students during orientation and everything, that it was going to be very difficult to keep a job. I try to work, and we have classes in the morning Monday through Friday, and then we have to be at our clinical sites in the afternoon. So really the only time that you can work is on weekends, and that's kind of the time that you try to put aside to study or to do homework, so it gets a little exhausting.
Well, even through all this exhaustion and all this work, is this really what you want to do? What are your dreams after college? Is this the field you really want to go into, or are you rethinking things?
No, I love it. As exhausting as it is, I know that real athletic trainers only have to be at their jobs in the afternoon. They don't have anything scheduled in the mornings. I've been at 2 high schools this semester and last semester, and both times the athletic trainers didn't even have to get there until 12, maybe 1. So I kind of have to keep putting that in the back of my head. I'm not going to get burnt out just because I know that I won't be doing classes all the time forever. And at first I wanted to do a professional sport. I wanted to be an athletic trainer for the NFL so bad. But now that I've gone through the high school experience, I couldn't imagine working in any other place than a high school. There's a lot more, there's a lot more freedom, and there's kind of a little bit less of a liability, and they actually get paid more than collegiate athletic trainers, so pretty much set on a high school athletic training job.